appearing on podcasts for me,
Mm,
it can be, I think it potentially can be a game changer
mm,
because podcast audiences, I just love. I
mm,
just love. They're more engaged, more in tune, and
mm,
they're listening specifically to
mm,
that program to get the information.
mm.
Yeah,
And that's why like for example we've been having this founder series, and like social media has changed. Why I say that, because now it's about interest graph. So you could have people who never heard of you, never even heard of me, but the way we put the description and all the wording behind it, and what the AI does is, this is about luxury brands, it will now put that like content in front of the right people. It's kind of like I realize like social media, it's kind of like manifestation. If you think
yeah,
about something and like that's in your alignment, now you're going to see content within your alignment. So like just like this conversation now, once this is uploaded, there's a group of people that will come in. Of course we have our audience, but other group of people over time, something that lives on forever, two, three, four, this. And I was even thinking like affiliate. We do a lot of affiliate marketing sometimes. That could be a great with your book, right? We like maybe Amazon, I don't know, they do some affiliate things. Now, like in this video, 2, 3 years, 4 years later, after this conversation I've just had with you, people are buying your book. They're watching it. Like it's just the greatest time we're living in. And I'm also proud of you to, you know, spread out this love. And you really taught me quite a bit, like things I never even
oh,
saw or noticed.
thank you. And also, but remember, the teaching is both ways. I'm of a completely generation. I'm probably 2 generations removed from you, and I think, and what I love, and this is why I love platforms like TikTok, because I learned so much. The learning has been incredible. I'm constantly learning. I have that kind of mind where I just want to learn as much as I can. And I think you're absolutely right. I mean, these times, especially with AI, as soon as it came out 2022, ChatGPT, I jumped on it. Mid journey, I was on the Discord server. I didn't understand half of what the developers were talking about, but it didn't matter. I knew I was right there. So when I'm of the generation, I saw the internet being born. So when you've seen the internet being born, and I was a scientist, and I remember one of the first search engines was called something called PubMed. I think it was published. It was a short for published medical journals, and then you do a search, and obviously the journal you put in wouldn't come up. But the fact that you could do a search, that was revolutionary. And the fact that I didn't have to go to a dusty library and search manually, and I could just do it from my desktop, that was incredible. So your generation is teaching as much as my generation is teaching. So I think the knowledge transfer is going both ways.
And it's like we're really taking advantage of this era, because like and I think about it, and I do the same thing with, for example, my dad and mom, right? Like where we have conversations just like, mom and dad. But the same thing as me and you are doing now, it's like I'm learning from you, you're learning from me, but then like we use it in the betterment of our empires, and like we get content out of it. Like I literally, like the podcast has been like changed my life, being able to just sit down and listen and be present and really listen to what you're saying. And then it's like, that back and forth, and so amazing. So you're wondering the value in being a podcast guest. Think about it. You want to build your personal brand. Is it important as ever? And coming on this show allows you to do just that. You're able to leverage our audience, but not only that, you're able to leverage the content from this podcast as you clock up the hours someone spends with you. The longer time someone spends listening to your story, your solutions in the marketplace, allows you to do something special. It allows you to build a community and build a brand. You can leverage the community here, but you can also leverage the content from this show to be able to use where? On LinkedIn. LinkedIn is where you're going to shine. LinkedIn is where you're going to generate leads. So whoever you are, you want to come and tell your story. You want to be able to come in and be a guest that allows you to build your brand. Link in the description. We'll get in touch. So join our waiting list to feature on the Rubasha Family Podcast.
Thank you so much, everybody, for listening in. My experience today from having a live podcast here, I can feel like this message will go out to many, many people out there will help many families out there, will help many businesses out there. And I believe if you're looking for a podcast, this is where you want to be. If you have a message to share with the world, if you're an entrepreneur right now, it's a must for you to build your brand. Build your brand through podcasts and all this. And this podcast family will help you take your business to the next level and connect with all different leaders out there, different businesses to help you also take your business to the next level. Thank you.
My name is Sugira Rubasha, the co-founder of the Rubasha Family Podcast. Now, I know you have a story to tell. I know you have a mission and vision that you obsess constantly about, and you're solving problems in the marketplace. So I want to sit down and get your story. I want to hear the real juice and authentic of who you are, because at the end of the day, people want to know about you. They care about you as a human being. So this is your chance to come on the Rubasha Family Podcast and be part of our Founder Series. We are hosting a Founder Series with entrepreneurs from all over the world who had an imagination to create their business. We want to know you, the person, and how you're solving problems in the marketplace. So if you want to get in touch, fill out our quiz. Now, the quiz is a way for us to qualify you to see if you can come on the show. We can really see how powerful your brand is, where you are, so we can have you as an industry expert to come and tell your story. Business and life is all about communication. How can you tell stories, and how can I sit down and ask you questions that are going to get to your soul? See you soon.
If you really enjoyed this video, make sure to click here, and I'm sure you're going to love that one.